Okay. Good morning once again. The name is Delapo FX, Delapo Forex. Yes, I just thought I should bring to our notice. Just looking through all of the currency pairs as well as crypto. So I saw this thing on this move on BtcUsd. So I thought I should bring it to just to analyze and let's see what we can actually make out of it. Yeah, it's been bearish over the weekend, but it's trying to take a new direction, as it were. So, starting with the analysis, we take this point as our daily. You want to go to daily time frame to choose our daily highs and our daily lows. Yes, that will be our daily high and our daily low. Reason because we got our right hand after the candle, we have 1 2 candles already formed and fully completed. This is the candle we're talking about here. This is the point we chose, and we have these candles completed. This is one, and this is two, and with the bullish candle, or currently forming, so it's a valid high for us. Then looking back, because ideally we're meant to choose, thinking that if we choose this as our daily low, would it really fly? Would it really work? Looking through our strict agreement and strict rules that says 2 candles or more should be completed after the point we're using as a point of reference. So for this point here, we can choose it as our daily low, but instead, adopting Falcon strategy, what Falcon says that you look at the data before that point that is currently where actions is currently happening. Then you choose the lowest week there as your low, with the assumption that when price comes toward that point, there's going to be a reaction. This is going to be serving as a support, as it were, for price coming towards that direction. So there's bound to be a bounce back in that direction. And if you look at what we saw here, this candle that finished yesterday, this bearish hammer, it simply just says that yes, there's a shift in the movement of BTC. So that's the reason why we're choosing this point as our daily low. Then moving forward from here, we go straight to the 4-hour candle. And on the 4-hour candle, what can we see? What can we see? Yes, the trend has actually been bearish as a were, but what can we see from the 4 hour? Excuse me, let me just adjust this. What do we see? We can see from here, looking at this point here, from this high daily high point, we can choose this. We say okay, from this point here, we say yes, this is my higher high, higher low. Then it gave me this particular point as a correction, which is a lower high. Came here, gave me this lower low, and equally just moved up here to give me this point. Then from there on, it came here to give me a lower low, as it were. So in price had been breaking the lows that we had. It broke this, and gave us this. So what do we do from here? Using the strategy that we are using, we just go to where our tools are. We pick the trend line. Then from this point here, from the high, we can easily just connect to this point. Yes, connect to this point. For us to have clarity, we can always just go to the 1 hour time frame. But this is the connection. So we duplicate this trend line and bring it down here. Using our strategy of 2:1 ratio to pick our lower points from here. It's the point is actually between here and this particular point. So which is the lowest among these weeks here? Excuse me. These weeks are this or this. So this is actually the lowest. So we just readjust our trend line to connect with this. So we have our first touch here, then we have our second touch here. Then you're looking down here, we already have a touch. Beautiful. So if you scroll back towards the left, where it seems, because according to what we agreed on, Looking back on the time frame, what do we see? This point is actually a hook point. Is a hook point that's reduced as our low. Is a hook point as well. So going back to the 4-hour candle, 4-hour time frame, we can see that price actually broke that particular point downwards, this point downwards, and crossed down. Yes, crossed down, crossed below it. It closed below that particular point. Excuse me, sorry for this, because I'm using my phone to actually do the analysis of that one. So it's broken it already, broke the hook point, came here and gave us a third touch at this point here. Then what we expected to do was to wait for this candle to close above the hook point, which it did. So we were meant to enter from here, but we were busy doing some other things. We couldn't enter on time, but it broke this point on the 4-hour time frame, really. And there's something they call the 4-hour mastery. Whatever, if you see such signals as this on the 4-hour mastery, then it means it's a very, very strong signal. So what we do in essence is we just look at what price is actually going to go and how far this will go. And one thing I wanted to point out to us again is, if you're looking at this particular on the daily time frame itself, from here, looking at the formation from this point connecting to this point here, I hope you're seeing what I'm doing, right? So we duplicate this, get this, and connect down here. Even on the daily time frame, there is a first touch here, there is a second touch here, and there is a third touch at this point here. The same with the 4 hours, and this point here we took as our daily low is acting as a hook point here, and price crossed it, touched, gave us a third touch and crossed it, then waited for this bearish candle to close above it. So we just, you have to go to the lower time frame to just do the further analysis. So that's what we have, and we're expecting price to really go from here to this point here. And yes, this is what will keep it. So we expect that price will get to this point here, this particular point. Now let me just set it, this particular point here. That's what we expect as our TP. We'll set that as our TP, and we'll just see how it goes. Yes, it will naturally still walk around, play around and all that. Yes, irrespective, it's meant to really come back and probably still do a retest of this particular point we have here, this point here, this particular point, just coming back to retest the validity, how strong this particular point is, this particular point. So price might tend to want to come down there, but at the other hand, you might just decide to just go in a direction. So that's what I just said I should really bring to our observation, as it were. And for our stop loss, we don't have to risk much, since we didn't enter here. We can just decide to just allow it be here. Yes, just wasting $1,000, then as against making $6,000. It's a good risk to the world for us. Yes, so thank you. That's what I just said I should bring to our notice. So we'll keep looking, we'll keep observing how far this particular action will go. Thank you, I appreciate you. Please, in case you've not subscribed, and endeavor you subscribe. Just click the like buttons. You can make comments as well, and we're really glad that you did. Thank you.